Ladies and gentlemen, in the journey of life, we often face challenges, moments of uncertainty, and trials that test our very foundation. But what if I told you that in those very moments, there is a divine presence watching over you? A presence not of this world, guiding you, supporting you, and leading you toward your purpose. This is a work of angels. Yes, angels, not the beings with wings and halos we often picture, but powerful, invisible forces sent to guide us. Let us explore the 7 surprising signs that angels are visiting you. Have you ever walked into a room and felt that strange yet undeniable sensation that you were not alone? Or perhaps you were sitting quietly in your home, lost in thought, when suddenly you felt a gentle presence, something unseen but so real it seemed to surround you. It's not a figment of your imagination, and it's not just your mind playing tricks. This is the subtle, divine energy of angels making their presence known. The unseen presence is often the first sign that you are being visited by angels. In our busy, noisy world, we're conditioned to rely on our senses: sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. We have become so focused on the tangible, the visible, that we often forget there is so much more to this world than meets the eye. There is an invisible realm, a spiritual dimension, where angels operate, constantly watching over us, guiding us, and protecting us. But their presence isn't always loud or obvious. It's not about a grand, dramatic appearance. No, it's the quiet, subtle feeling you get when you sense you are being watched or accompanied by an unseen force. It is a presence that doesn't announce itself, but you know it is there, just beyond your sight, holding space for you. This feeling can arise in the most unexpected moments. Perhaps you're walking down the street and for no apparent reason you feel a sudden shift in the air, a calming stillness that envelops you. Maybe you're sitting in the midst of a chaotic situation, and in the middle of all the noise you experience a deep sense of peace, like a shield protecting your heart. That, my friends, is not a coincidence. That is the hand of the divine working through angels to reassure you that you are being watched over. It's their way of reminding you that you are not walking this journey alone. What's most remarkable about the unseen presence is that it speaks to us on a level beyond our comprehension. It's not a conversation you hear with your ears or a touch you feel with your hands. It's a knowing, a sense of being wrapped in something greater than yourself. You may not be able to see the angels who are with you, but you can feel them. Their energy is not limited to the physical world. Their presence transcends time and space, and they meet you where you are, in the quiet moments and the loud ones alike. In the unseen, they are constantly there, offering you support, protection, and guidance, whether you are aware of it or not. Many times we look for angels in the dramatic and the extraordinary. We wait for the lightning strike or the grand, otherworldly encounter. But angels don't always appear in the way we expect. Sometimes they are the soft whisper in the wind, the warmth in a room that suddenly feels safe, the reassurance you feel when you're at your lowest. It's their invisible yet undeniable presence that is the most profound sign of their visitation. Angels are not distant or detached. They are not watching from far away, but are with us in every moment, in the quiet spaces of our lives, in the moments of doubt, in the moments when we need their guidance the most. They are a part of our lives, working in the background, weaving their invisible threads into the fabric of our reality. Their presence, though unseen, is felt by the heart. It is a comfort, a reassurance that you are not alone in your journey. The unseen presence of angels is a reminder that you are always supported, always guided, and always loved, even when the world around you seems to be falling apart. When you begin to notice this unseen presence, take a moment to pause and acknowledge it. Don't brush it aside as coincidence or imagination. It is real. The angels are not far away. They are here now beside you, quietly watching, guiding, and protecting you. Trust in the subtle signs and the gentle presence, and know that in every moment you are never truly alone. In life, we often find ourselves caught in the whirlwind of everyday struggles, work deadlines, family obligations, personal challenges. It seems as though the world is constantly demanding more of us, pushing us toward exhaustion, stress, and confusion. And yet, in the midst of all this chaos, there are moments when an overwhelming sense of peace settles over us. It's as if the storm around us stops raging, and for a brief moment, everything feels still. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever found yourself in the middle of a hectic day, suddenly feeling an inexplicable calm, as though the universe itself had whispered to your soul to relax, to breathe, to be at ease? That, my friends, is no accident. It is not merely the result of a good day or a clear mind. It is a divine intervention, a sign that angels are near. When you are facing the trials of life and feel like you're standing on the edge, teetering between fear and hope, those sudden waves of peace are the gentle reminders that you are not alone. It's in those moments when your heart begins to race and your thoughts swirl that peace suddenly envelops you. It's not peace born from circumstances, but peace that comes from a higher place. It is a tranquility that transcends understanding, a stillness that quiets the noise of the world and anchors you in the present moment. This peace isn't just the absence of conflict, but the presence of something far greater, something that reminds you that despite everything, you are safe, you are supported, and you are not fighting this battle by yourself. These waves of peace arrive at the most unexpected times. They may come in the middle of a busy afternoon when your mind is overwhelmed with 1,000 thoughts. They might wash over you during an argument when emotions are running high, and in that very moment you feel a calmness in your heart that brings clarity to the situation. Sometimes it happens when you're alone in your room, overwhelmed by life's uncertainties, and you suddenly feel a divine embrace, like the gentle hand of the universe placed on your shoulder, assuring you that everything will be okay. Angels, in their quiet wisdom, are there in those moments, weaving peace into your life like a balm for your soul. It is this peace that reminds us that no matter the storm, we are being carried through it. When the pressures of life seem unbearable, when fear starts to cloud your vision and doubt creeps in, these waves of peace serve as a divine reset. They are a message that you are being held in the loving care of forces far beyond your understanding. They allow you to let go of your worries, to release your grip on control, and to trust in something greater than yourself. It is in these moments that we find our strength, not from our own efforts, but from the quiet power that the angels bring into our lives, reminding us that peace, true peace, comes not from the absence of trouble, but from the presence of something far more powerful. So the next time you find yourself caught in the whirlwind of life, remember this: those waves of peace are not to be overlooked. They are not fleeting or random. They are the hand of the divine holding you steady and guiding you through the storm. When you experience that stillness in your heart, embrace it. Trust it, for in those moments, angels are at work bringing peace where there should be none, and reminding you that even in the midst of chaos, you are never truly alone. Unexpected signs and symbols are one of the most profound ways that angels communicate with us. We live in a world full of distractions, noise, and chaos, but within this whirlwind, the divine speaks to us in quiet and often unnoticed ways. How many times have you encountered something that seemed too perfect to be a coincidence? Perhaps you looked at the clock at exactly 11:11, or you found a feather in an unexpected place, or maybe a specific animal crossed your path when you needed guidance the most. These seemingly small moments are more than mere chance. They are powerful messages from the spiritual realm sent to reassure you that you are on the right path. We are often so caught up in our day-to-day lives that we fail to notice these signs. But angels are always working, speaking through the symbols that surround us, whether it's the repetition of numbers, the appearance of certain animals, or the subtle occurrences in our lives that seem too timely to be random. When we encounter these symbols, we must pay attention. They are not just random events, but deliberate gestures from the divine, nudging us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. When a specific number keeps showing up, whether it's a recurring sequence like 333, 777, or 7, or 1234, it's a sign that the universe is trying to communicate with you. Numbers have meanings beyond their mathematical value. They represent energy, patterns, and spiritual messages. When you see these patterns, take a moment to reflect on where you are in life. Ask yourself what the universe is trying to tell you. Perhaps the numbers are a reminder that you are not alone, that you are not alone, that your angels are near, guiding you with divine wisdom. It may also be a call to shift your perspective or to take a step in a new direction. Similarly, when certain animals cross your path at key moments in your life, it's important to pay attention to the symbolism they carry. For instance, a butterfly might appear during a time of transformation, signaling that change is coming and you must embrace it. A deer might appear when you need to practice patience and humility, teaching you to navigate life's challenges with grace. Even the sight of a bird soaring above you might be a reminder that you are free, that you have the power to rise above your current circumstances, just as the bird soars above the earth. These signs are not random. They are carefully placed in your life to help guide, protect, and inspire you, and yet too often we brush them aside as coincidence or chalk them up to our overactive imaginations. But the truth is, the universe speaks in symbols, and angels use these symbols to connect with us. They do not need to speak directly to us in words. They use the language of the soul, the language of the soul, the language of signs and symbols to show us the way. So when you encounter a sign, don't dismiss it. Take a moment to reflect on its meaning. Ask yourself why it appeared at that exact moment and what it might be trying to communicate to you. Whether it's the appearance of a specific animal, a series of numbers, or an unexpected encounter, these symbols are not just random occurrences. They are divine nudges guiding you toward clarity, direction, and alignment with your purpose. When you begin to recognize and embrace these signs, you will feel a deeper connection to the world around you. You will understand that you are part of a grand design and that there is a divine plan unfolding in your life. Your angels are communicating with you constantly, and through these symbols, they are gently leading you toward the path you were always meant to walk. Every sign, every symbol is a piece of the puzzle, a clue that brings you closer to the truth of who you are and the divine destiny that awaits you. There are moments in life when we experience a sudden, inexplicable knowing. It's a feeling that seems to come from nowhere, but it resonates deeply within us, urging us to act, to move, or to think in a certain way. Have you ever had a gut feeling that guided you toward the right decision, even when logic and reason told you something else? Have you ever known what someone was going to say before they said it? Or made a choice that turned out to be perfect, even though it didn't make sense at the time? This is the power of heightened intuition. When angels are near, your intuition becomes sharper, clearer, and more aligned with your higher purpose. It's as if a veil is lifted and you can suddenly see beyond the surface, understanding things with a clarity that transcends ordinary perception. Your mind begins to operate on a different frequency, tuned into a higher state of awareness. You might find that you just know what's coming next, or that your decisions are guided by an invisible force. This heightened sense of knowing isn't just about predicting the future, it's about connecting with something greater than yourself. It's about recognizing the whispers of the divine in your heart, the subtle nudge that guides you in the right direction, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. In these moments, the angels are speaking to you, providing clarity when you are unsure, offering answers when you seek them, and giving you the courage to step forward, even when the path is unclear. We often dismiss these intuitive moments as coincidence or our imagination running wild, but in truth, they are divine signals. Your angels are communicating with you, and your intuition is the channel through which they speak. The more you trust these feelings, the more attuned you become to the wisdom they bring. It's like learning to listen to a voice that's always been there but was drowned out by the noise of everyday life. When you start listening, you'll realize that you've always had access to this divine guidance. It was just waiting for you to notice. And let me tell you something, when you trust that intuition, when you step out in faith, you'll find that the decisions you make are not random. They are part of a greater plan. That nudge to call someone, the decision to go somewhere unexpected, the feeling to pause when others push forward, these are all moments of divine intervention, leading you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. Don't ignore the signs, the feelings, the sudden shifts in your perception. They are not just thoughts, they are messages from a higher source, angels working through your intuition to lead you where you need to go. And trust it. The more you listen, the more you'll find that your life begins to unfold in miraculous ways. Your angels are guiding you, and your intuition is the map. All you have to do is follow it. Have you ever experienced a moment in your life where everything seemed to fall perfectly into place, as if the universe itself had aligned to guide you in exactly the right direction? It wasn't just a mere coincidence, it was something more. A moment when the pieces of the puzzle fit together with an uncanny precision, so flawless that you couldn't help but stand in awe at the sheer perfection of it all. This is not chance at work, this is divine orchestration. Angels, with their subtle and gentle guidance, work in the unseen to bring about the exact right circumstances at the exact right time. These are the synchronicities that angels create in our lives. Now let me ask you, have you ever met someone by chance and it turned out to be exactly what you needed at that moment? Maybe you were going through a tough time filled with uncertainty, and then out of nowhere someone appeared who had the answers, the words, or the support you were seeking. Or perhaps you thought you had lost an opportunity, but then at the most unexpected time it was presented to you again, but this time you were ready for it. These are not coincidences, they are divine interventions. The angels have been at work behind the scenes, moving and shifting the circumstances of your life so that you can walk into the fullness of your purpose. Life is not random, my friends. Every encounter, every decision, every seemingly insignificant moment is part of a greater plan. You may walk down the street one day and someone you've never met before strikes up a conversation with you, offering you a piece of advice or a word of encouragement just when you needed it most. You may have been contemplating a decision, and then out of nowhere, a song on the radio, a conversation with a friend, or even a passing billboard seems to answer your deepest questions. These moments are not random, they are the fingerprints of the divine guiding you on your path. When you start to notice these coincidences, you begin to realize that there is a higher power at work in your life. Angels move in mysterious ways, often using the simplest of moments to weave together a tapestry of purpose and direction. They understand the intricate design of your life, and they are working tirelessly to ensure that you arrive exactly where you need to be. Have you ever thought about how in the middle of what seems like confusion or chaos, everything eventually falls into place? It's as if the pieces of the puzzle you didn't understand suddenly reveal their significance, showing you that every detour, every challenge, every encounter was leading you toward your destiny. The angels are orchestrating these synchronicities to nudge you closer to your divine calling. When you notice these moments, don't dismiss them as coincidences. Acknowledge them as the hand of the divine gently guiding you, aligning your life with the greater purpose you were meant to fulfill. trust in the divine timing of these events. There is no such thing as a chance encounter or a random event. Every moment has a purpose, and if you are aware, you will see how everything in your life is connected, how every twist and turn has a deeper meaning. You might find that after a long season of waiting, things suddenly begin to unfold in the most remarkable way. Opportunities arise from seemingly nowhere, relationships form with ease, and your path becomes clearer with every step. These moments of synchronicity, these perfect alignments, are proof that you are never truly alone in this journey. The angels are working, whether you see it or not, making sure that everything you need is brought into your life at just the right time. As you walk through life, be open to these signs. Trust in the unseen hand that is guiding you toward the fulfillment of your purpose. For when you align yourself with the flow of divine synchronicity, you will find that life becomes not just a series of events, but a purposeful and miraculous journey that leads you exactly where you need to be. As we reflect on these signs, let us remember that angels are always with us, working tirelessly to guide us, protect us, and lead us toward the fulfillment of our true purpose. Their presence is not always loud or dramatic, but it is constant and profound. When we begin to notice the subtle signs, the presence we feel, the peace that settles in our hearts, the unexpected symbols, the coincidences, and the synchronicities, we are reminded that there is a greater force at work, orchestrating our lives in ways beyond our comprehension. Know this: you are never alone. The divine is always near, weaving the fabric of your destiny with precision and love. Trust the process, trust the signs, and trust the angels who walk beside you, guiding you every step of the way. As you move forward in life, stay open, stay aware, and stay ready to embrace the miraculous moments that angels bring into your life. Keep your heart open, for when you do, the path that lies ahead will be one of purpose, grace, and divine fulfillment. Thank you.